Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, October 19th, 2016. I'm Fredicia Liebert. Montpelier Plantation and Beach has been recognized as one of the top resorts in the Caribbean by Condé Nast Travelers 2016 Reader's Choice Awards. The results were posted on October 18th on cntraveler.com. Montpelier is one of 5 resorts on St. Kitts and Nevis that made one of travel's most coveted lists. The 29th annual Condé Nast Traveler Reader's Choice Awards are a result of the prestigious travel magazine's survey ranking the best cities, islands, cruise lines, airlines, and hotels and resorts in the world. More than 300,000 readers, double from last year, participated in this year's survey, casting votes that resulted in 1,400 of the world's best travel experiences. The list was made up of 60 Caribbean islands. The other hotels that made the list are the Nisbet Plantation Beach Club, who ranked 29th, Hermitage Plantation Inn coming in at number 41, St. Kitts Marriott Resort and Royal Beach Casino at 49, and the Four Seasons Resort Nevis ranked number 57. The Condé Nast Traveler Reader's Choice Awards are the longest running and one of the most prestigious recognitions of excellence in the travel industry and are commonly known as the best of travel. The Reader's Choice Awards have been more selective and specific to the passions that inspire today's travelers. The Reader's Choice Awards are announced in the November issue of Condé Nast Traveler on newsstands on October 25th, 2016. Day 2 of the Nevis Tourism Authority's Nevis Travel Symposium of Romance, which is taking place at the Four Seasons Resort, saw a number of local business persons getting the opportunity to display their services and products to visiting travel agents. At the second edition of the event, Director of Marketing at the Nevis Tourism Authority, Devon Liebert, welcomed the guests.
You, our travel professionals, and those other persons who will be visiting can see exactly what Nevis has to offer, both on St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of putting a wedding together. So it means that if you're setting up a wedding from the US, you don't necessarily have to import everything. We have everything here available. So you're being exposed to what we have here. So I hope that you'll indulge, enjoy, and make some acquaintances.
A number of local businesses took part in Tuesday's activity, from local hotels to event planning companies, beverage distillers, video producers and photography, makeup and even a limousine service. Also on hand were bakers specializing in wedding cakes.
We're here today at the symposium presenting some of our wedding displays, as you would see in the backdrop, and also some of our wares in cupcakes. We offer cupcakes, we offer candy tables as well, and just a wide array of goodies that we offer. You can come on out and try us. I'm sure you'd like what you get each time.
Chief Executive Officer of the Nevis Tourism Authority, Greg Phillip, is so far pleased about the event.
This is something that we do really to ensure that we enlarge that piece of the romance travel pie for Nevis. I mean, we know that we do get some honeymooners, we do get people coming here to do their weddings, but we really and truly want to grow that piece of the pie. We have so many people, as you can see, we're here at the trade show, we have so many people on the island of Nevis who provide services. They're suppliers of services that really and truly benefit the industry, the travel industry that are seeking romance. And we want to, first of all, make sure that we have enough travelers coming to continue to build the supply for these people, the supply of clients. And what we've done, we've brought in a number of travel agents, and these are travel agents who specialize only in romance. And since we have them here on Nevis, it's for us to expose to them Nevis in many ways, just so that they recognize that they have options, and in fact, in my view, better options than anywhere else in the Caribbean for their clients who are seeking romance.
In addition, there are field trips planned, as well as earlier today there was a mock wedding scheduled to take place at the 18th hole on the Four Seasons Golf Course. The Joycelyn Library Primary School hosted its Travel Through Reading activity at the school as part of this year's celebration of International School Library Month, being celebrated under the theme, Learn to Decode Your World.
As you enter the library, you will find various continents. We will take you will learn something about each continent. You will be treated to a video, a story, and or an activity that has something to do with that particular continent. Now this activity will be spread out throughout the next 2 or 3 weeks, so that you can have, each class can have an opportunity to come in and experience the flight. The flight is JLPS 3779.
Librarian at the Joycelyn Library Primary School, Marva Bishop, explained the layout of the library.
On entering our beautiful space, set up for you inside various books for you. There are some books that are labeled kindergarten to grade 2, grade 3 and 4, and grade 5 and 6. So you can go straight to that shelf and find the book you like.
School Libraries Coordinator Londa Brown was present at the school for the activity and commended the librarians for the successful hosting.
JLPS has decided to decode their world through the continents and through travel, and so they are using that unique experience of travel to help the children to experience different cultures through books. And I am so happy that they have chosen to do this, because JLPS is a special case in that they do not have a dedicated space for their library, but every year Miss Hendrickson and her staff, her school library committee, they ensure that their students are not left out and that they are part of the activities. And even the limited space that they have, they try their best to ensure that the students have access to the resources that the school have. And they do have some very good resources thanks to donation from different people in the community. They have resources, and the staff is ensuring that the students are making use of those resources. The teachers have done their best to ensure that the students are engaged and are exposed to the world through books. And so I want to commend them for their effort and to congratulate them on their activity, and to wish all the other students at JLPS who will take on their flight at JLPS, whatever their flight number is, I hope that they get to explore their world through books.
Still to come.
So now we have to make sure that we use our dictionaries every day.
The details after this break.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free healthcare at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. Members of the Rotary Club of St. Kitts earlier today visited Nevis and made a donation of dictionaries to the Charlestown Primary School. School Principal Latoya Jeffers introduced Alfred Tyrrell, who represented the club in making the donation.
Every year, the Rotary Club of St. Kitts has entered the program of dictionary distribution to grade 3. Only grade 3 students. And why grade 3? Because it is assumed that when you get to the level of grade 3, you have stopped learning to read. You are gotten now to the point where you are reading to learn. And so when you read to learn, you are going to come across words that you are not terribly familiar with. You need to know the meanings of these words, and so you start to use dictionaries more often.
The Rotary Club is regarded as the largest service club in the world, and they provide assistance to persons and communities who are less fortunate and provide access to healthcare and education, among other things.
This particular project started in the US in 1992 because a gentleman and his wife recognized the need for dictionaries among some students. And then She died, and then it was picked up by another couple in 1995, and it has expanded past the US into Canada, and it is now a big part of Rotary clubs in the Caribbean.
A dictionary was presented to each child in grade 3, following which the students expressed thanks for the kind gesture.
So now we have to make sure that we use our dictionaries every day. Every day. Every day you're supposed to try and learn a new word. And you're going to use your dictionary to help you to find out the meaning of that word. So that when you're speaking to anybody, you can use that word in a sentence. Alright? And you notice something about the dictionary? The order that the dictionary goes in? ABC in alphabetical order. Okay? So if you're not sure where you should start, then you say A, B, C, D, and then you find the word. Okay?
That was principal of the Charlestown Primary School, Latoya Jeffers. The students of the Ivor Walters Primary School yesterday, Tuesday, 18th October, held elections to vote for the Student Body Council. Earlier today, the results were announced, and Yakira Elliott emerged president of the 2016 Student Council.
During my campaigning, I made a few promises, and I am here to reassure you that I intend to fulfill all my promises to the best of my ability. Standing along with me is a bunch of responsible, hard-working, trustworthy partners who hope to make this school a better place. Thank you to all who voted for me. Thank you in advance to my team who will work together with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Other members of the Student Council are Vice President Keja Bartlett, Secretary Kyla Wallace, Treasurer Aujanique Tyson, and Public Relations Officer Roquania Clark. There are also assistants to the post, namely Jamacia Pemberton, Pearl Clark, Janaya Wilkin, Tiana Williams, Shadonay Hobson, Liana Liburd, Ariana Webb, Nathan Woolard, and Jamal Lewis. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.